obviously you played for Coach Houck at Boone County, and I think it's more than half the coaches in Northern Kentucky, the head coaches, are somewhere on his coaching tree, either played for him, coached for him, or played or coached somebody under somebody who coached for him. Obviously you guys, you talk about him all the time. You teach some of the same things he taught. Bryson Warner Riley, named his kid Owen. I mean, what is it about him that made you guys so loyal?
I can tell you this right now. The number one thing about Coach Houck that I always say and I always preach, and even if I don't even use his name as context, he believed in something, and he got us to believe in what he was doing. And in every program that I've ever worked in, whether it's at the collegiate level or the high school level, if your kids believe in what you do, then you're going to have a successful program. And that's what we did. We run goal line slam, and he would put 11 guys on the side that we were running goal line slam, and we believed that we could run that play. And we ran it, and we scored with it, and we believed in what he did. A lot of people always say, well, all he did was run the ball. All he did was run the ball. He never changed. But you know what? We believed in that. And we didn't have the greatest athlete. I mean, when I played there in the 3 years that I was there, we had one guy go to Division I. And it was because we believed in our offensive line. The biggest guy we had was 220 pounds. And we were playing in state championships with those types of people. But the reason that we had success was because we believed in it. And that motto has been with me ever since I got into coaching. And I'm a firm believer in it. You get your kids to believe in what you're doing and you're going to have success.
You think your kids think about you the same way?
I hope so. I hope so because, there's not anything that I wouldn't do. I just talked to him this past weekend, and I give him a call as much as I can, obviously not as much as I'd like to, but I hope they do. Sure, were there times that, somebody else could never say anything about Coach Houck, but I might say something about him, but I hope that they're the same way, and I hope they have the same feeling towards me as I did towards Coach Houck and all of his players.
You're a former recruiting coordinator in college. Obviously, when you're in that position, I'm sure you got a lot of high school coaches that would come to you with a kid who, didn't look like the type of kid you wanted to recruit, didn't have the frame of the kid that you wanted to recruit, but they kept telling you that, he's just a really good football player. Now that you're a high school coach and you're kind of on the other end of it, do you have a different perspective?
No, I don't at all. I honestly feel that there are kids out there that are going to make things happen that are players. Classic example is Toby Mavis. He played at Ryle High School. They didn't throw the ball a whole lot when Dave Eckstein was there. He turned himself into a football player, but he had the main ingredients. He was from a successful program. He knew what it takes to be successful. So from my standpoint, I always try to find for our kids is a spot. I tell our kids every year, if you want to go play college football, there's an opportunity. Now, is it going to be Division I playing on ESPN? Maybe not. There's a small majority that play in that have the small minority, obviously, that has an opportunity to play at that level. But what I try to do is tell my young people what they're able to do, where they're able to go, and then if they have higher expectations and higher goals, I'm not the one that tells them no. I leave that up to the college coaches. I do whatever I can to help them to go to that next level, but I do give them a prediction on where I see as they see fit. And, I think that a lot of times some high school coaches do try to put some guys in spots that they can't play. But I tell them what I feel. I tell the college coaches what I feel, and then the rest is up to them. I give them the video and say, here you go, this is what you have.
I know coming into the season, obviously you guys had a really great senior class last year. That's now gone. I think coming into the season, a lot of people didn't know what to expect from you guys or even what you had. What do people need to know about this team? Obviously, you guys are off to a great start, 2-0.
We're scrappy, Ryan. We're scrappy. We're going to get after you. Our kids have been through 4 years. They've seen what it takes to win. They want to win. And they're going to do some things that a lot of people don't see on film, that they don't know when we show up, that we're going to get after you. We're going to get after you from the time that clock starts to the time it stops. And, we have a motto here, play every day like it's your last play, last day, last play. That's what we say every day to our guys, and they believe in that. That's the one thing that I think that our guys bring to the show, so to speak, is that, hey, we're going to line up, we're going to give you everything we've got. And then we're going to see what happens whenever it all shakes down.
And finally, just something a little bit off topic. If all the Northern Kentucky head football coaches were going to play a game of two-hand touch football, who's the first guy picked?
That I would pick?
Yeah.
You stumped me there. Let me think real fast. And
Some good former players out there.
We're going to play two-hand touch.
Yeah.
Wow. Now you got me thinking. Only head coaches?
Yeah, only head coaches. You can't get Lorenzen.
I would say I would have to take.
You could get Evanston though.
I would say I would take Eddie Evanston because he's going to be able to throw it. He's going to be able to produce and get the ball down the field. And if we're playing two-hand touch, it's mostly like 7-on-7. So if the guy back there can throw it, that's what it's all about.
Who's the last guy picked?
You're going to put me on the spot.
And you don't have to answer that one.
The last guy probably picked would be Bruce Kozerski because we can't block. So if you can't block,
Okay.
I don't need an offensive lineman.
There you go. That's a good politically correct answer. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.